In this video, we're going to be doing a little comparison test between these two pots. You can see the yellow ones on my left-hand side are the air pots, and on my right-hand side, I have the moisture preserving pots, the black ones. Now you're able to purchase both of these at the warehouse as long as you're here in the evening time. And if you go to Oscar, you'll see he has both of them for sale as you've unlocked them. The moisture preserving pot is a lot cheaper than the air pot, but the biggest kicker here is that it will lose moisture 40% slower, so it doesn't have to be watered as often. Whereas the air pot is going to lose its moisture by an additional 30%, so it's going to constantly require watering, but the plant is going to grow 15% faster. So if you're trying to get product faster, maybe this is a better way, but it's kind of hard to tell. Like, are your botanists going to spend more time watering than they are harvesting the plants? Or is it going to be fine with growing them at this high speed, but with a more expensive pot? We're going to test this out by using the extra long life soil along with some cocoa seeds, which is the one plant that takes really long to grow. So the setup I have here is pretty much mirrored on each side. We have 8 pots for air pots. We have 8 pots for the moisture preserving pots. We have a rack over here that has the soil and 50 seeds. We have the exact same rack over there for that side. And there is, of course, a storage place where they'll put the end product so we can see how many leaves are generated over time in here and versus the leaves generated over time in here to see which one is actually making the most product in the fastest time. And this will allow us to determine which pot is better to use for growing your product. So I've got a herbalist set up for each side right over here. They're both signed. They just have to be paid and they'll get to work. What I'm going to do is pay them exactly at the same time, right? Give or take like a second or so. So I'm going to like pretty much put money in his like that, and they're going to get to work. You'll see they'll both walk in here. We'll like give a difference of like maybe 1 second or so. You can see the one is a little bit behind. But I feel like the results will be very telling in a couple of days on which one has more leaves than the other. Now it's been a few days and they've been hard at work while I've been selling products on the streets, and we can see here on the yellow pots, this is all the leaves that he was able to get in this time. So this is what, 89 coca leaves, which is not terrible, but very surprisingly, you'll see in the next one, we actually have 109, right? Now you might be wondering, but isn't the yellow pots 15% faster? Technically, yes, they are, but they require a whole lot less watering, which means this guy is spending more time watering the fucking things than he is harvesting them, which means this guy actually has more time to harvest, which means that he can start up the next one, plant the next seeds instead of wasting his time watering. So ironically, the better pot seems to be the moisture preserving ones rather than the air pots. At least in this example, it references as such, like he's got way more seeds in this side than he's got in this side. Now this might change in the future on how this works as it like min-maxes, because technically the air pots are supposed to be the better ones and they're supposed to be faster. But in this case, they're just not. Maybe it's better to have a botanist working on fewer pots instead of 8. But if you're running an 8-pot setup, you're going to want to go with these pots instead. This was quite an interesting experiment to do because somebody commented on one of my videos saying, why don't I use the air pots? And I felt like they were slower. And I guess this kind of proves that they are. But that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And thanks for watching. Who did this to my car?